We're going to get started by pulling a spread from my deck of spreads. And let's see what's the perfect spread to receive our perfect message. The one that we most need at this time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. It's a perfect spread. What's the message today? And it's the Getting It spread. A 3-card spread today. Another short spread. And before I complain about it's a short spread, that I'm just going to remember that out of 4 cards, we had a great 3-hour reading yesterday. So this will be exciting. So I know that we're going to be layering the spread, but let's get into it. 3-position spread, Getting It. The message is called Getting It today. I did get guided to use the Wisdom of the Golden Path Oracle. We talked a little bit about it yesterday. So we'll let this be our first deck. I will be looking over at your comments, and anywhere where they are part of our message, you'll hear me integrate your comment. Your highest self knows that you're tuned in, tapped in, turned on, ready to receive because you're subscribed. You tap the live bell for notifications. You give the video a thumbs up, and you get in the comment section. Okay, let's see what we have for the tribe today, please and thank you. What else? Oh, yeah, where it resonates, pick it up and run with it. Where it doesn't, leave it where you found it. Make your choices and decisions responsibly. And anything I hear or see, I will share with you. So there will be ones who will feel like everything is personal, all about you. Others of you will be entertained or find it interesting. Just bringing out, I will always bring out, again, anything I hear or see, and then using the cards as well, obviously. So first position, what you got? What you got? First position, what you got? What you got is a field of dreams in your first position. I heard nothing but room and opportunity. Okay. What you want. What you want. The green on that field of dreams card is standing out. So that's giving me heart energy. It's giving me feelings. What you want in this is unconditional love. And how to get it. How to get it. How to get it. Wow. Bondage. Okay. Interesting. Bottom of the deck is change. Is in the air. Hunker down, baby, because the winds of change are blowing. This is really interesting to me, too, because I mean, when I got these cards, I didn't have all of the information in my head that I do now. And, you know, I definitely had the mainstream belief of unconditional love. It would be the most profound kind of love you could have with another person. In some ways, I still agree with it, except for now I understand that presence, or the lack of it, is part of the unconditionality of love. So this is interesting because you might take this as, you know, you have all these feelings. You want somebody to really love you. So you got to lock it down. Okay. I don't see it that way. I see it as you have all these feelings and, you know, your love doesn't require anything from them, including their presence. And so, you know, you got to stand your ground. But we're going to go into some more cards and see how Spirit's trying to bring this out for us today because, you know, everything I say matters, but sometimes it could be a little bit more along the mainstream idea than the way I've learned it to be. So there we go. There's that energy. Of course, I am the one channeling the message, so it's likely more the way I see it, but we'll see. I'll hold space for it. Maybe it is. You have opportunity. You got all these feelings for somebody. You just want to be with somebody. Because if the reading goes that way, then I'm not going to be able to look at the unconditional love card the same way. That word unconditional, I'm just going to have to, like, in my head, cross out the and let it be conditional love. Because when people are in your presence, there are conditions for that, you know. I mean, if you're going to have this kind of relationship where you want to lock it down with somebody and keep them in a spot, stabilize that shit, stay right here, don't you go nowhere. There are certain things that they can do to fuck that up, you know? So that means their love in that situation is conditional. This is why this card right now, at this level of my awareness, is presenting some challenges that it never used to present until I learned what I learned. Because to me, those words means no matter where you're at, what you're doing, who you're with, what if I ever see you again, I love you, is what it literally means. Right? So, I mean, there's that. Let's layer this with another oracle deck. And I don't use this deck too often, but I'm excited to use it today. So let's see what you got with the Field of Dreams. What you got? A full moon. When you step outside your comfort zone, progress is made. So with the Field of Dreams, you have a full moon. Full moon is a period of release. But this is asking at this period of, with nothing but room and opportunity, it's time to get uncomfortable. It's literally say it's time to get uncomfortable. What you want with unconditional love, what you want. You know, because this card right now, just based on what I know now and the way my own perspectives are as I'm reading this, like, these two in a beautiful embrace like that, like, do you think that they would be feeling the same? And maybe they would, but do you think they would be feeling the same if, you know, he had another one or she had another one over there and was hugging both of them, but the one with, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. You see what I'm saying? I don't know. What if he just, you know, beat the crap out of her? Because unconditional love means no matter what you do, right? This is why we learn to separate presence and love. They don't always go together. But people in the world have this idea that, you know, I just want to be somebody to love me unconditionally. Oh, so you want somebody to put up with all your shit and have no boundaries, have no standards for themselves, is what I hear them saying. But that's not what they mean. They want somebody that loves every part of them. That's a big difference. And they want somebody that's present, right? I do believe you can have unconditional love for more than one person, but that's not the point of what I'm saying. I've got unconditional love for a whole fuck ton of people. The point is, love with conditions is a lot different than love without conditions. Because presence, loyalty, faithfulness, monogamy, those are conditions, and those are a big deal for so many people. Not for everybody. Because I also know people who do open relationships. I know people who are polyamorous. Everybody has their own taste. But most of the people I know are monogamous. Which means they don't want unconditional love. They want love with conditions. You better love me and only me. I'm the one for you. Or at least in that intimate way. So I'm not saying that you can't have unconditional love for more than one person. That's clear. Because I unconditionally love a whole long list of people. But they do not meet the guidelines for my physical presence. So they're not allowed around me no more. Doesn't mean I don't love them. I do love them. But they don't meet qualifications for my presence. Which does have qualifications. Because you got to treat me with some respect. You got to have some honesty. You got to have some transparency. And if there's going to be this type of intimacy, there's got to be some loyalty, some faithfulness, some trustworthiness, and some monogamy in this shit. I'm just saying, like, or let me say it this way. I haven't met somebody that makes me want to be polyamorous yet. Let me say that. Right? And everybody comes with guidelines. I don't know. Everybody has their own standards for relationships, right? If somebody has no standards for relationships, they would be more of a open relationship type of person. And then even then, would a person still allow presence and love with a person that's physically violent with them, or stealing from them, dipping into their banking account, stealing their identity and using fraud? These are all conditions. So in other words, it's not just me that comes with conditions. This is widely known facts. They just don't talk about it the way I do. They don't take the words literally at their meaning of what the fucking word means. The word unconditional literally means with no conditions. That means, according to this idea in this image with those words, no matter what they do to each other, they gonna stay together and they gonna love each other. And that's some bullshit. That leaves a lot of room for some toxic shit, some disrespect, a lot of fucking violations. And yeah, I don't buy that. Unconditional love exists, and it's very real. And you know what? If you can't hear the words clear that are coming out of my mouth, maybe you want to think about what's being said before you get in my comment section, right? Because I already said clearly that we have unconditional love for many, many people. Actually really fucking love them. But I don't deserve to be disrespected. I don't deserve to be beat on. I don't deserve to be lied to in my face or stolen from. So therefore, those people do not qualify for my presence. I'm saying, and if you didn't hear me the first 3 times, I'm going to say it one more time. Presence and love are 2 distinct things. Unconditional love means whether the condition is this, that, or the other, you love them anyways. And that means presence and love, the unconditional love, do not always go together. In the case with me, honestly, if I have you in unconditional love, that usually means I'm never going to see your ass again. I don't want to ever see you again. I don't ever want to see you again if I love you unconditionally. Because my love didn't change because you don't know how to fucking act. But, oh, you don't qualify to be in my presence no more. I don't need to see you. I don't need to talk to you. And I sure as fucking going to argue with you on my YouTube channel. Trying to make me run circles around my words. I speak clearly. Everybody else gets it. I don't know why certain folks don't. You know, but I'm going to keep moving with this message because what you want. When your fortune is good, share it. You want to share love. You want unconditional love. If you want somebody to love you unconditionally, according to that idea, I want you to just consider the idea that maybe you don't want them to love you unconditionally. Because, again, presence and love are 2 different topics that don't always go hand in hand. What you want is somebody to share your love with freely. That's a big difference. You want somebody that you can be in the presence with so y'all can embrace according to this picture. That does not mean unconditional. Because trust me, when a motherfucker treats you wrong the right way, you won't want them nowhere near not a 10-foot pole reach of you. Never again. And it doesn't always mean you're going to hate them and your love disappears. Or I don't know, maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just me. Maybe what I'm saying makes no fucking sense. If anybody else agrees with him that what I'm saying don't make no fucking sense, then go ahead and put it in the comments and maybe I'll let him keep talking shit to me. I know, but he got a timeout. Because, listen, we're not finna make this make me get in my comments and create fucking circles. That's what we're not gonna do. If you get it, you get it. If you don't like it, I'm not here to fucking debate with you. If you don't like what's coming out of my mouth, please tune into somebody else's channel that you do like what's coming out of their mouth. If you're looking for a debate, find somebody that wants to fucking debate with your ass. This is not a debate channel. What comes through is what's meant to come through. If you don't like it, you don't have to stay. It's really that simple. You have good fortune and you want to share it. That means you want love with conditions. You want love where you can have presence. You want love where you can touch and feel and be close to each other. That's not unconditional. Taste, touch, feel, those are literally conditions. I mean, the word itself explains it. I don't know where people got this fucking idea, because the definition of unconditional means without conditions. And yes, you can love people without conditions. A lot of people got them. Family members, ex-lovers, ex-friends. You love those people. But you ain't never coming close to me again. I don't even want to fucking hear from your ass. Wherever you're at. Love you. Wish you the best. But we're not doing this no more. How to get it. You want to share your fortune where it's good. And how to get it. Every day is a new beginning, a new moon. But it came out with bondage. This bondage is literally right now, it's like, you got to quit changing your mind. The first way I saw it, though, is exactly what I'm about to say again. You have all this opportunity. You want to share this kind of intimacy and love with physical presence with you? Then you might want to lock it down. Lock yourself in a position with them. Let them know this shit is official. Me and you, we're a thing. I expect it to be me and you. That's why it's not unconditional love that a person wants. And I know what I'm saying matches definitions in the fucking dictionary. Bottom of the deck. Old habits that no longer serve need reviewing. Got all this room and opportunity here. Feel the dreams, all these emotions, all these feelings. Get outside of your comfort zone. You're not in your comfort zone, probably because you're here alone. What you want is somebody to hold on. You want somebody to hold you. Somebody with tender hands. It's going to be uncomfortable. You want to share your good life with somebody. It's almost like if you want to do that, you're going to have to break out of your comfort zone. It's like this bondage card is like, yeah, how to get it. You're going to have to break free from that position you've been standing in and start a new beginning. If that's what you really want. I know everybody wants something different. But the one that's coming out today look like somebody want a relationship. Up close and personal. With some conditions that will make you want to hold on to them, lay next to them, be intimate with them. Right? Because you love a lot of people that you're not going to do that with. The picture is speaking more to me than the words, is because that unconditional is sitting there. And I'm just like, we can cross the now. That's conditional love, baby. You got to meet these conditions. If it wasn't true, then this person, you, whoever you are, you would have had somebody in there. Just grab a motherfucker off the street if you ain't got no conditions. If you want to do it unconditionally, just pick the first motherfucker you see walking down the street. Now that's unconditional love. You see what I'm saying? Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe it's too literal for you. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe it makes sense. Maybe not. All I know is this person wants, what you want is someone you can be intimate with, somebody you can share your good fortune with, somebody you can be close to, you can embrace, you can caress, you can touch with tender hands, somebody you feel safe to sleep next to. That is not unconditional. That's like requirements have been met, right? Everybody has fucking requirements. Even Silence Man over there has requirements. I trust, or I don't know. I don't trust shit. I don't know this motherfucker shit from Sherlock. All I know is he ain't grabbed nobody off the fucking street and just decide, oh, I want unconditional love. Okay, come here. Because unconditional means no conditions. It don't matter what you look like. Don't matter what you smell like. Don't matter how you treat yourself or anybody else. Don't matter if you wash your ass. It doesn't matter nothing. It's unconditional. Need to understand what the word means if you're going to use a fucking word. And this actually is like exhausting. In all these oracle decks, it talks about unconditional love. But just the way they're talking about it, you want a whole love. You want a healthy love. Those would be better words to use on these cards than the word unconditional. Because clearly they didn't consider what the fucking definition of unconditional means. Unconditional. No conditions. It literally not conditional. Not conditional love is literally what the word unconditional means. You look it up. You got it backwards. The word itself, the formation of the word, un means not. Conditional means conditions, not conditioned. And again, the idea of unconditional love is you want somebody to love you completely for all you are. That's what you really want. You want a whole love. You want a whole love. You want somebody to love you while you're in their face, love you in their presence. You don't want somebody that don't give a fuck where you're at or what you're doing or if they ever see you again. Those are conditions. Unconditional. And we go around this every time the word unconditional comes out here. But we're going to do what the fuck we need to do. And that's why old habits that no longer serve need reviewing. Because, hey, do you really need that? It's like, do you really need that? Do you really want that? Because it is a form of bondage. When you have this form of intimacy with somebody in an official relationship, you are making an agreement that you're going to be with this person and their requirements will be met and your requirements will be met. And you're going to lock down and tie in with that person. And then, the field of dreams gets shrunk down to that person. I'm just saying. Again, feel free to click off if you don't like the way I fucking talk. But this is what I know. And I do know how words have more than one meaning. And I do know how to break down the word unconditional into its parts and get the understanding. I do know that. Like bondage, bond age. It's an age, a period of time of a bond. What the fuck is going on? The journey of love is going to add another layer to this. Interesting. I know that much. It's interesting. And I'm here for it. And you're entitled to have your own opinions. You are. Doesn't mean I want to read that shit. Because that shit is distracting. If you want to sit up here on my channel and debate with me. And act like you didn't hear what I said when I said it. I'll mute your ass on the channel. That's fine. Because that's distracting. And I don't need no fucking distractions while I'm channeling these messages. Again, if you don't like it, nobody's twisted your arm to stay. You are not handcuffed to this channel. At all. Please feel free to move the fuck on if you don't like it. If you love it, feel free to throw some emojis up. Feel free to put something in a comment about how you love it. So let's see what we have to add to this reading. What you got? I heard what you know about me. What you know about me? Okay. What you got in the first position is a field of dreams, and when you step outside your comfort zone, progress is made, and the cosmic butterfly. Card number 36. And now I'm hearing LeVar Burton sing, butterfly in the sky, you can fly twice as high. Take a look, it's in a book, a reading rainbow. We have enough people that don't even know how to fucking spell right or read the words right. And then they have the audacity to think that they understand what the fucking words mean. And trust and believe, you seen it here where I will stop. If I don't know what the fucking word means, I will look that bitch up. I've done it 100 times or more on this channel. Quick to look up the definitions. Some of them I know, though. Some of them I know by heart. I have a lot of teachers in my clientele. We talk shit like linguistics, vocabulary, and definitions. You have the cosmic butterfly. Card number 36 is giving me Empress energy and Lover's energy. 3 plus 6 equals 9. That's giving me Hermit energy. And this is saying you are worthy, you are deserving, you are elevated. You are the epitome of the combination of all 4 queens of the tarot. And you get options. It's literally going back to the Field of Dreams message talking about you got options, baby. You got plenty of options. But you're going to have to get outside of your comfort zone because you just been right here being all etheric and mystical and magical and shit. It's interesting because the longer you spend on your own, independent, and get comfortable in your own company and learn to love your company, the more you think twice about bringing a motherfucker home to hug on. Because every time you bring somebody home, and not to say you would choose a motherfucker, let me just say that a lot nicer. But, you know, before you bring somebody home, you're going to think twice about it because now you're going to be integrating a whole nother person. Their life experience, their opinions, their issues, their conditions, all their stuff. So when you're here by yourself being this cosmic butterfly, just moving and grooving the way you're divinely designed to, the way that feels right to you, you're going to have to take somebody else into consideration. And it's looking like you want to take somebody else into consideration. But yeah, that cosmic butterfly wants to sit its ass down is what this looks like. So let me see what you want. Contemplation, Lord of mercy. You thinking about it? You thinking about it? Well, maybe I do want to bring somebody else home and stop flying all over the place and settle my ass down again. I don't know. Maybe. I'll think about it. You thinking about unconditional love and what you used to think unconditional love meant. I heard that loud and clear. Because there was a day that I thought unconditional love meant what everybody else still thinks it means. And it's funny because when I talk to people, and I break that shit down of what I learned, they're like, damn, that makes sense. I never saw it that way. All the time. It doesn't, until it fucking doesn't, Lord of mercy. And it would be right here that it fucking doesn't. I mean, either it does or it doesn't. You know, and if you don't agree with me, please feel free to keep your own opinions. Even if you randomly popped up on my page because I just showed up on your phone. If you like what you're listening to, stick around. If you want to sit here and challenge everything I say, like maybe you can do that audibly on your side of the phone. I don't need to read that shit. I'm still going to go through this. And if you get distracting in my comments, I'll just block your ass. That's fine. I'm worried about it. I give a person a chance to show some respect in the room. And I do give that time for people to calm down, get back on track, because at the end of the day, this isn't even my channel. This is our channel. So let's see. How do you get it? How do you get it? Every day is a new beginning. Every day is a new beginning. You can break free from what you've always known. The bondage. Where have you been stuck? You can break free, or you can choose to put. So which way are you on this? Are you the person that wants to break free from the bondage of where you've been stuck? Are you the person that wants to lock your ass in position? And I just want to start here. I just want to stay right here. I don't want to move around. I don't want to fly around. Because the cosmic butterfly is not the same. The Field of Dreams, let me just, since they're the same deck, we'll use the Field of Dreams instead. There's so much space and opportunity in the Field of Dreams. But being on lockdown is just that. It's being on lockdown. The energy is so restricted. He looks like he's stuck, like caged, like it's almost like an incarceration, you know. Anyways, let me go back over here. How to get it. From the Journey of Gifts Received. Lord have mercy. Yeah, the cards are showing me different ways this energy is flowing for different ones in the collective. Because I have somebody here who you've been wanting a relationship and you've been asking the universe to help you open up to it because you've been stuck in position. Maybe you've been afraid to say yes. And then I hear, all you got to do is say yes. You know, maybe you've been afraid to accept an opportunity to love. Maybe you've been afraid to open your heart. Maybe you've been afraid to get out of your fucking house and meet people. Like, that's a big issue for some people. A lot of folks that I talk to, like, they're like, yeah, I don't even meet people. I just be home. You know, I go to work and home. I hear that all the time. Working home, working home. Lord of mercy. What's at the bottom? She loves. And that goes with this over here. You have all this love in you. I said that with the Field of Dreams too. It's like you have all this love in you. You do love. You're an amazing lover. You're an amazing lover. But for whatever reason, the stronger message is coming through here. It's like, but you can sense the change coming, and you're kind of like on the watch out, feeling a little suspicious about it, because it's like, damn, I've been doing this by myself for a while. And I gotta be careful. It's like if you feel a love coming to your life, and that is going to change your life because you have been busy loving yourself, loving your own company, which is fantastic, because if you love being with you, then you can easily attract others who love being with you. Let's get some tarot going with this. And I'm feeling the Affirmators Tarot. Cute images. Absolutely, they're showing me the Affirmators Tarot. So we'll use this deck first. And we're just going to continue to layer our 3-card spread. Let's see what we have. Yeah, if I just randomly popped up on your phone for the first time today, even if I trigger you, there's definitely a reason why you were brought here. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if you don't like me and you decide you're going to click off, there was a reason you were brought here. There's always a reason for everything that happens. There are no coincidences. It's only coinciding events. It's by no mistake that you caught me during the short period of time that I'm live today. It's not like I'm live all the fucking time just sitting around waiting on you to show up. No. That was divinely orchestrated. It always is. I see the love in my section. I see the love in my phone. I see the love on the screen. All right, what do we have for the tribe? What you got? What you got? Let me take the one that touched my hand. What you got is the 4 of Pentacles. Oh yeah, you've been home. You've been protecting your heart. You got a closed off heart. You've been pulling back all your energy. I'm good. I'm over here. I'm just over here counting my coins, minding my business, in my house, taking care of home. Okay. Protective. The mystical tarot, what's it called? The tarot of mystical moments. Thank you. The tarot of mystical moments in the 4 of Pentacles actually shows this lady in her yard and the gate is closed, right? And that image came to me. So it's just like you're home, you're with yourself. 3 little birds sat on my window and they told me I don't need to worry. Oh, you're happy. You don't need to worry. When you're at home alone in your energy, you don't need to worry. You just be there with the universe, cosmic, flying around in a field of dream and opportunity, taking care of yourself. And you gotten real comfortable there. is the thing. You might, if you want a relationship and it says you do, and you're thinking about it, you know there's a lot to consider in starting a relationship with someone. Are you really ready to open your heart? Are you really ready to open your intimate space? Page of Pentacles. What you want? A to-do list. Oh, you want to know what you need to do to be ready. That's why contemplation came out. You're really thinking about love. And maybe that's why the whole rant about unconditional love and what it means to me versus what the rest of the fucking world thinks it means, right? Maybe that's why that came up. Because that could be part of, it looks like it's part of your to-do list. One of the things is you need to understand, if you've been thinking that, you know, maybe I want to date somebody. Maybe I want somebody to hug on and hold on. But, you know, maybe you've been thinking that. If my explanation of unconditional love was brand new to you, put some exclamation marks in the comments. If you have never heard that explained that way before, or if you only heard it from me, put some in the comments. Let me know, because I would like the confirmation of, is that why the fuck we just talked about that so intensely and for so long, and all that shit went down the way it did just now? Because it just looks like what you want is, you want to do, you got a list of shit to do right now. And it really looks like, although having somebody to hold on will be really nice, and you love to share your love because you do have a lot of love to share, you're more in a thinking phase. You want to know that it's right. You want... I mean, there's just that. If the love is real, honey, the fucking checklist is going to go out the window of all the shit you're going to do. And you'll get to it when you can, because if it's really that strong and that real of a connection, I mean, your soul will take over. I feel like your soul will take over, and you'll just know. And it's not to say that you won't still do the things you need to do, but the to-do list is on this Page of Pentacles is really coming through with a feeling like, well, you know, once I get this handled and then I get that handled, well, then I'll be ready to look at bringing somebody home, or having somebody to hug on and hold on type of shit. But I need to work on myself first. I need to get my life in order first. I need to do this, that, or the other first. When in reality, if the love is real, that person is usually there to help you finish your healing, to be a support system for you as you get your life together. Like, that's how real love actually works. That's been what I've been shown, and I was just, I mean, this isn't just, this is what I was guided to say just now, but that's what I've experienced. When the love is real, a person, and you really love them, they come into your life at the perfect time. You may not think you're ready for them, but they're exactly what you need for the phase that you're in, for the season that you're in, and that's why they're now. Okay. So you may be very hesitant and think about, oh, Lord of mercy, why we always gotta put all my business out on YouTube? And they're like, because you agreed. You said you would do it. You said you didn't have nothing to hide. I'm like, yes, I remember, but damn. Okay, so I had a dream last night, and I only remember a small portion of it. And maybe it was for this reading, because in my dream, there was this young lady who was really into me. And I did feel a connection to her, and I was a little concerned because, if I'm not mistaken, in my dream, she was like 13 years younger than me. But boy, she was beautiful. She was fun, easy to talk to. Shit made sense. And in the dream, what I remember, because I only remember a small portion of it, was there was this period during the dream where I was feeling hesitant because of whatever worries were popping up in my brain. And then the end of the dream that I remember was, oh yeah, I need to go for this. I need to give this a shot, because I don't want to wonder if I did give it a shot, would it have worked out? This was all in a dream. Mind you, I'm not thinking about bringing nobody home right now. I'm that bitch that comes home with me, myself, and I. every time I go out. So there's that. I mean, my most excitement of bring it home was my grandson spending the night last night type of shit. I love that. When my grandchildren come see me, my daughter be around me. All right, so how to get it? How to get it? Let's see what else Spirit gonna reveal. This conversation is interesting already. I don't know where it's taking us still. I don't meditate on what is the message gonna be. I pull the cards when you're here with me and let it develop. And any conversation that needs to be had comes out in between here and there. The Page of Swords is how to get it. This Page of Swords on the table, like, can I? Yeah, you can see that on there. You can see how the Page of Swords is looking right up there at the Page of Pentacles. So how to get it? What? The to-do list? It's like, hey, why are you looking at the to-do list so fucking much? Why don't you just go do some shit? Instead of making a list of what you want to do, just go do some shit. How about that? Like, how about you actually go do some shit? You sitting up here looking at a piece of paper of what you could do instead of doing some shit. It's like this Page of Swords has got a shit-talking attitude. And he's talking shit to the Page of Pentacles. And then it's bringing me back to the idea of, you think you need to have everything all together to get it started, but really getting it started is going to help bring everything else together is what I'm getting. Okay, bottom of the deck, what do we have? The Three of Wands. Good shit coming together. The good thing, your ships are arriving. The giraffe is staring at the rainbow. Yay. Okay. And got 3 wands held by his tail. He got a tall perspective. He could see, how's the weather up there? Okay. How's the weather up there? Okay. There's something about height. And how's the weather up there? Yeah, very tall perspective. Okay. Interesting. What else you want to say about this? The rainbow. It's a promise. It's a promise. So is it that you want to make a promise? Are you looking at the idea of, do we really want to make a promise to somebody again? Okay. I heard, well, make one and then you'll find out if you do. I heard, make a promise to somebody and then you'll find out if you really want to, because if you really don't want to, it will taste like shit coming out of your mouth. If you really want to, it's going to taste like sweet honey coming out of your mouth, and you can change your mind. Yeah, people break promises all the time, don't they? Lord have mercy. This reading today, I don't know what to do about this reading today. Is fucking weird. That's what I do know. Today's reading, especially brought to you from Spirit. Maybe I should have said that the following message is co-signed by the divine and sponsored by Spirit. And after these messages, we'll be right back. Maybe I should have did that today. I don't know. Maybe. I'm asking for more cards. I'm specifically looking for another tarot deck. Which one is it? Can you show me which one it is, please? Oh, okay. Yes, the Adventure Time Tarot, a totally unofficial Adventure Time Tarot deck. Later, after I had this deck and started falling in love with it, I found out it was a cartoon. Oh, because if struggle builds character, I've got more characters than Cartoon Network and Disney combined, baby. Okay, so there's that. I see you in the comments. I see you on our channel. I see you in the ethers and in the spirit realm. I see you and I know you and I feel you, for I am you. Okay. I see your heart emojis and your kiss emojis and your laughing face emojis. Lord of mercy, what is going on today? This reading is all, I heard you. This reading is all over the place because you're all over the place about the idea of having a relationship. Do you want one? Do you not want one? Well, here's a list of pros and cons. The to-do list over there just turned into a list of pros and cons of having a relationship versus not having a relationship. What I'm not seeing in these cards, I'm going to tell you the truth, and we might see it later, but up until now, what I've yet to see is an actual selection for a partner if you were to have a relationship. I see somebody who's just thinking about, do I even want a fucking relationship at all? Like, you're not even thinking about a specific person. You're just really self-evaluating yourself, asking yourself, or is having intimate official lockdown relationship, just an old habit that no longer serves me and needs reviewing. Somebody's saying that. Yeah, so somebody's saying, yeah, I don't know if I need a relationship any longer. I used to always think I needed a relationship, but now I've been by myself for a while. I come and go as I please. If I want to do it, great. If I don't want to do it, great. Nobody's here to argue with me, nitpick with me. Nobody bothers me about shit. I just do what the fuck I want, and yay. So somebody is really back and forth beside themselves. Do they want a relationship? So I am picking up, this message is all about somebody who's single and don't know if they want to fucking mingle. To be real, they don't know if they want to mingle. And I feel like this is all happening at home anyways. That Four of Pentacles, it was talking about you staying home. Protecting your heart. Are you looking at what it would take for you to open your heart is one of the things that they just showed me. Let me see what you got. Oh, snap. I can't make this shit up. Y'all just saw that. This is why I like pulling cards while you're live watching with me, because there's the Four of Pentacles again. Same energy, different card decks. So the imagery is different, but they're both Four of Pentacles. Four of Coins. Same thing. You're home. Protecting your heart. Minding your business. Yeah. You're just over there minding your business. I'm home. What you doing today, girl? I'm home. Well, how was your weekend? It was fine. I was home. Yeah, just home. Oh, but this one's got a little different. Look at the face. The face. The face looks like not so happy. The face looks like not so happy. Okay, so what you got? It's like you have your good moments and your bad moments about being home is what I'm seeing there. Sometimes it feels good. Sometimes you get, I heard sometimes you get onto yourself telling yourself, you should really get out of the house. And I'm going to say it like I said it before, and boy, that shit happened. It really did come to my door. If you want to meet somebody to potentially have a relationship with, like, you might want to get out of your house and go with other potential adult potentials are, right? Because I do believe that the universe can deliver it to your door with your name on it, with the perfect face and the perfect bank account and the perfect love making style and the perfect love language and the perfect dietary preferences and the perfect sleeping preferences and the perfect music preferences and the perfect dancing preferences and the perfect entertainment preferences and the perfect movie preferences and show preferences. In other words, I do believe that the universe can deliver it to your door. But you might want to be thinking about being proactive and get out of your house. And when I tell you it worked, like legit, it worked. Because, yeah, she came with my name literally tattooed on her. And she was mine. The problem was she wasn't all mine. She was mine, and she tried to be everybody's at the same time. Lord have mercy. And now she's mine. And everybody else is still, because now she's dead. So she's mine, and everybody else is still today. Because when they die, they be yours, but everybody's all at once. It's fucking crazy. But yeah, the shit actually legit happened. But you might want to get out of your house. So what have you got? You've got a house. You've got a protected heart. Your heart is your safe space. You are your home. You are your home. You know, like there's this one song from Jesse Reyes, I think it is. Oh no, Be Something. Anyways, it says feels like home. Yeah, it feels like home. But at the end of the day, you're home. You are your home. So that's a good thing in that sense. You want to be your own home. Like, because people are like, well, where's home? Home is where the heart is. Well, where's your heart? With you, fool. I mean, unless you done pulled it out of that cage that God put it in, called your ribs, and handed it over to somebody, you got your heart. It's yours. You were never supposed to give it away. If you were supposed to give it away, maybe it'll grow at the ends of your fingers like fingernails. You could clip those off and give those away. Why don't people value fingernail clippings like they value you giving them your heart? Baby, to give you my heart, I gotta bust through my sternum and break my ribs to give you my heart. Why would you want me to do that? It's supposed to stay in there. It was never supposed to come out. Oh, by the way, if I give it away, then I die. Oh, yeah. We're being extremely facetiously literal today, aren't we? Why are we being so literal today? There's a point. There's a method to this madness. We're just going to keep telling you what we hear and showing you what we see. But you do have home. You always got home. And it's like when you be at home, you be all connected to the universe, flying around like butterfly in the sky, tapping into the field of dreams, making your dreams come true while you just be in your house, locked up in the safe in the gate of your home. But that's your comfort zone, and none of your dreams live inside of your comfort zone. They all live in this area with a label on it that says uncomfortable. So if you want that dream lover, you might need to get uncomfortable. That's what. To the person who's saying, no, that's not what unconditional means. Look it up. What about uncomfortable versus comfortable? Comfortable means comfortable. Uncomfortable means not comfortable. So conditional love means conditional love. Unconditional love means love without conditions. Yeah, we're going back to that same argument. Let me see more. What you want? Why are we driving these points home like we are today? Lord have mercy. It's almost like we do want to debate today. We just don't want to hear what you got to say about, that part. Oh, maybe that's why we're on this platform and not the kind where you can talk back. Like that one that one of our viewers found me on. I don't even remember the name of it no more. It doesn't even exist anymore. So what do you want, Three of Cups? I just want to be friends. I just want to have a good time once in a while. So once in a while, I just want to go out and have drinks. No, but I want a union. I want to come together. I do want to come together. I want to have friends. Maybe you're one of them people that would be okay with having two partners. How the fuck can you even have two partners if you can't even get the fuck out of your house and go get one? Help me understand that, okay? You know? So at one point Spirit came to me and said, you should really think in romance of being more like the bee. The bee goes and pollinates all the flowers. Do you know how much you can inject into the world, Melinda, if you just go be like a hippie and love on everybody? I'm like, yeah, that doesn't sound good to me. Nice idea, love the explanation, but yeah, no, we're not doing that. And then I hit him back too with the, man, I ain't found one woman I want that close to me for that long. What the fuck makes you think I'm going to find more than one? I'm a picky one, and that's okay. I have conditions for my love. Three of Cups. Maybe you just want to be friends. Maybe you want a friend with benefits. That might be better than being in bondage. If the relationships feel like they're bondage to you, like that last lady I dated, she was talking about marrying me. I'm like, so now, because she had a dog, AKC certified with papers, right? She gave her dog to somebody. I said, so you gave away your dog, you didn't had all these years with papers, so now you want ownership papers of me? Why? I'm not giving you ownership papers of me. And turns out that was a wise decision, because she wasn't qualified for my presence anyway. And it didn't take too long to figure that out. And by the time she was asking me to marry her, I already had figured that out. The rest of it was just letting the shit fall apart, letting the natural deterioration happen so we can get out of this karma clear, was the rest of that process. But what you want a union, you want to come together, you want to celebrate good times. Come on, you want some like-minded thinking. Is that on your to-do list about getting a partner while you're sitting up here contemplating? You're saying, I don't want somebody that I have to love unconditionally. I want somebody that can tick off all the boxes on my checklist. I have 2 things on my checklist. I managed to shorten my checklist. Why you need to know this? I don't fucking know, but they keep telling me to tell you all my motherfucking business as though it was your business. So here we go. My checklist now has 2 things on it. I think I've said this on the channel once before this. But 1, there has to be mutual attraction in all the ways. Spiritual, physical, emotional, conversational. There's just got to be all sorts of attraction. 2, they have to have deep, profound, authentic self-love and a desire to love me the way they love themselves, because that's what I'm going to give them to. So, yeah, checklist. That's my whole checklist. That's my whole checklist. If I'm going to consider some shit, it's going to have to show up with that checklist. I'm going to have to meet somebody who matches the checklist. What do you want? You want to start off as friends. 3 of Cups, friends, lovers and friends. Somebody say, maybe I do better just having a friend with benefits. Would you though? Are you willing to be that unconditional with your physical loving? Give me good loving. Good loving. Okay, is that what it's about for you? I mean, if that's what's it about from you, find no judgment for me. There's all sorts of dating styles out there. Be real with yourself. Maybe that's all you want. Maybe you're able to do that. Maybe you're able to do that. You might not be a demisexual if you're able to do that. I'm a demisexual, not able to do that. Page of Pentacles, a long to-do list. Some things got to be done. I'm really getting, you want to be in tune. That 3 of Cups is just shouting at me. The divine throuple. The divine throuple with me is me, myself, and I. You want to be so in tune with yourself, mind, body, and soul, right? Before you get in a relationship with somebody else is the other way this is coming through. You figure, if I can be in that kind of alignment, then I'll be ready to share my love with somebody else, okay? For somebody, you really want to, before you even consider getting into a relationship, again, I'm getting that you want to have your finances in order. You know, you'll probably be the person that it's going to pop up on you when you're in financial stress. Honestly, I just heard that. Sorry, not sorry. Just don't shoot the messenger. Just telling you what I heard. If your big thing about getting in a relationship is, I don't want to have a relationship until fill in the blank, you're probably going to be right in the middle of whatever you put in that blank when your relationship comes in. Because when you're saying, I don't want a relationship, you're telling the universe you don't want it, which means you have it. So whether you have it physically yet or not, like it's faster to come when you don't want it. And we all know that because we've all heard that before. Love usually comes knocking when you're not looking for it. When you want it, you can't fucking find it nowhere because you're in wanting. Huge message. Okay, so whether you resonate with all this shit I've been talking up until now or not, here's a universal law point that will work across the board with anything in life. Major, if you're taking notes, this is where you want to grab your pen out, right? Because wanting leads to more wanting, and having leads to more having. And not wanting is having. And wanting is not having. So when you're saying, I want someone to love, I just want someone to love. Well, it looks like to the universe, you're saying, I have no one to love. And the universe says, by golly, you're right. So here's more of that. And when you're on, I don't want, I don't need, the universe says, by golly, you're right. Here it is, because you don't want it and you don't need it. So that means you have it. Here you go. Be very aware of that. A lot of people get stuck in a cycle. It's very important in affirmations. People, affirm things. It also, man, there's a lot in that. Because people write their affirmations for what they want to have, what they'd like to become. They put in their affirmations this distance between them and the experience, right? The other thing that people do is they recite their affirmations or intentions when they're feeling the lack of it. Because the universe is going to take the image you hold in your mind and the feeling you hold in your heart, and they're going to get that back to you. So if you're sitting here talking about, I am loved, I am appreciated, and you're fucking boo-hooing because you actually feel super lonely, now is not the time to be doing that shit. Just shut the fuck up, take a nap, watch something funny, get your mind off of it completely. If you're feeling shitty about not having what you're trying to affirm into your life or intend into your life, you're actually pushing it further away from you. Because it's not just the words coming out of your mouth. It's not just the image you hold in your head. It's the words in your mouth or in your mind, the image in your head, and the feeling in your heart. Those things have to be all headed in the same direction. So if you're somebody who is working on affirming or intending this great love in your life, then you're going to have to feel it as if they were there with you, cuddled up, spooning your ass in the bed, and you are just smelling their scent after making some good love. That's the feeling you need to generate before you go trying to affirm this shit. And somebody says, well, that's not easy. That's exactly why I tell you go general with this shit. I went on a whole tirade about that yesterday. It works best when you just hold a high vibration for any fucking reason, because you know the universe knows you want a relationship. The universe knows you deserve a relationship. The universe knows all the best relationships that are in existence for you and who those are with. You don't know it, but the universe sees everything and everyone in it. God can see everybody all at once, right? And so if you could just hold a higher vibration and trust that you're attracting what matches that vibration and get off of your fucking wish list, you'd be doing yourself a great justice, because now you open up the field of dreams, all the wondrous opportunities you don't even know just by sitting in that vibration. Sit in a good feeling, sit in gratitude. Pay attention to what you have. This is why we went on the whole tirade yesterday about the floors and the trash can. And damn, I love how the shower always hits with the water as soon as I turn the knob type of shit, right? Simple things. What can you be grateful for here and now where you're at? And that's magic when you can do that about anything. One of my favorite ways that I do this every day is the way my sheet, I got bamboo sheets and pillow covers. And it's a beautiful thing to feel on my feet in my sheets, my pillow cover under my head, and it just feels so good. So I can get in a really high vibrational state by being simple, keeping my eyes simple and focus on what I love that I have right here, right now. And what does that do? Oh, I'm in the vibration of loving. I'm in the vibration of having. And so that is going to naturally attract the having of that which I love. I don't have to go down a fucking checklist and, well, you know, I'd like this body shape and this gender and this color hair and this. That's a lot of shit. There's a lot of details. And I made that mistake. I mean, it wasn't a mistake. It was a very powerful lesson. I was like, oh yeah, we're not doing that game that way no more. I don't like that game that way. Because, you know, yeah, there's a lot that goes into building a person. So, I mean, there's that. What you want to do is celebrate the moment. If you want to have that deep, profound love with somebody and you can actually lay and caress and be in tune and feel safe to sleep next to them, and you love their smell and their morning breath even doesn't bother you, whatever the fuck. Anyways, we're getting absurd with it. But, you know, if that's what you really want, then the best thing you could really do is to just celebrate what the fuck you have and get away from trying to make a list of specifics, because trust and believe you're going to leave something off. Oh yeah, you'll leave something off that list. I guarantee you will overlook something that should have been on your fucking list, but oh fuck, I didn't think about that. Then they're going to show up and guess what? Yeah, they're going to have that exact thing that you left off the list. That's going to be off because you decided to go specific and make a fucking list when you don't even know what you want. The universe knows what you want better than you know what you want. God, we're going to use both the languages. God knows what you want better than you know what you want. Your higher self knows what you want better than you know what you want. You think you want Susan, who lives over there down the street and down the way. And so you sitting up here trying to materialize Susan ass when the universe within the same 10-block radius knows about, you know, Victoria and Veronica. And guess what? You like the V's better than you like the S. I'm just saying. Yeah. Okay, you got jokes today. I hear you, baby. I hear you. Yeah. There's so much in that. Yeah, there's so much. You like the V's better than you like the S, baby. Okay, flag on the play. We're going back. But, you know, you don't know about Victoria and Veronica. You only know about Susan. But Victoria lives a couple blocks closer, and so does Veronica. And if you knew to put everything on your list, both of them have everything on your list. This is why you don't want to get focused on trying to do no fucking love spell on no specific person, because, baby, if you got to do a love spell to catch them, what the fuck you want them for anyways? Lord of mercy. That's doing too damn much. It should be natural, honey. It should be like, oh, yay, oh, okay, cool. That's great. You like me too? Look at that. Oh. You got to go cast some love spells on muckahuckahoos. Oh, honey, we got a lot of work to do, and you got a lot of explaining to do, Lucy. I'm just saying. This reading is highly comical for me today. Let's see how to get it. How to get what you want. How to get it, King of Coins. King of Coins, you got to be King of Coins energy if you want to get it. King of Coins. His throne sits on ground. He is the master of the material world. And, you know, I was just going on a whole tirade about being grateful for the shit you have so you could have. Yeah, the King of Coins has and is stable as fuck. And is steady as fuck. The King of Coins is a person of integrity. The King of Coins is somebody that know what they want and they just stick their ground. And if they don't get what they want, then they are not going to take it. How's that? You can keep that motherfucker. I don't want that shit. That's not what I ordered. As a matter of fact, I don't even want you to make me another plate. I'll go to a whole nother restaurant. Y'all fucked up my order once. That I'm good. Oh, Lord, this is so comical. You're going to have to be a vibrational match to the partner that you want. If you want a partner who's transparent, honest, faithful, and loyal, guess what? You're going to have to be transparent, honest, faithful, and loyal to get them. Because if you want a partner that is transparent, honest, faithful, and loyal, and you're good at just telling just enough information, and you hold back, you're not forthcoming. Well, I'll just keep this secret, it's fine. I'll just keep this a secret. They don't need to know that part. Well, guess what you're going to line up with? Somebody going to do the same shit with you, right? And so now that's got me sitting, well, what the fuck? Well, what the fuck, though? Oh, because here's the thing. A lot of times what happens is remember we were talking about you have to have your words out your mouth and the thoughts in your head with the image in your head matching the feeling in your heart. And that's why you haven't been getting it. Because you say, but I am honest and transparent and faithful and loyal, Mel, but I keep attracting cheaters. Well, because while you sitting up here starting a relationship, the feeling in your heart is the fear of being cheated on. I hope they're not a cheater. Even if you're not verbalizing it, the feeling of that is there. I'm so tired of cheaters. I hope it's not another cheater. I hope they're not a cheater. I hope they're not a liar. I hope they're not hiding something from me. That is a feeling that's there. I get it. I understand. It's natural. I'm just saying the universe takes that shit and runs with it. Because the universe doesn't hear you say, I don't want it or I do want it. It just focuses on your subject matter. And you're not focused on honesty and transparency and faithfulness and loyalty. You scared of cheating. So you're trying to say, keep the cheater away from me. The problem is the cheater's in your vibration. And this is a feeling, is the way it's come through. It's more than a feeling. And it could be in your conversation too. And it could be in your head too. Thinking about all the folks that done cheated on you before type of shit. Having a conversation with your girlfriends about all the cheaters that y'all done been through, whatever type of shit, or your guy friends, whatever. But the focus is not on loyalty and faithfulness. The focus hasn't been on honesty and transparency. I mean, until it is. Until it fucking is. Wow. You know, I have met this woman recently, and it was like fucking blast from the past. And I always say, you know, it's not uncommon for you to attract the same energy with a different face and a different name. Well, this one had a different name, but the same face and the same body. A whole different person. There's another person who I love very deeply. But as I'm getting to know this new person, and maintaining the very well and very clear in my mind that this is a whole different person, so we're not going to attach the ideas from that relationship to this one, whatever it turns out to be. We're still just acquaintances. But I remember thinking to myself, oh, how funny this is, because she looks just like her. It got to a point where after I got to know her a little bit, she was transparent with me and honest. I was like, oh, wow, this is awesome. She was like, yeah, I'm seeing 2 other people right now. Oh, really? I wasn't mad. I wasn't triggered. I was intrigued. I was fucking floored and mind blown, emotionally maybe, mentally even, because I'm like, wow, she would just flat out told me to my face that she was talking to 2 other women. And she didn't even just leave it like that. Like, she let me know where they're at, what those relationship dynamics look like, and how long it's been going on. I was like, wow, I didn't ask nothing. I just attracted somebody who was honest and transparent. So I had to tell her, I was like, well, you know, thank you for sharing that with me. Like, you have no idea how many brownie points you just earned with me. Like, good job. Wow, transparent and honest. I didn't have to fucking go prying for information, find some shit out later or nothing. Like, you're just forthcoming with the shit. That's great. And I value that quality. So, I mean, no judgment. Like I said, we're just acquaintances. But I'm giving attention to the fact that I attracted somebody now with transparency and honesty. And that's fucking great, because that's not been in my history. That's letting me know that I actually started focusing on the qualities that I appreciate and on things that I appreciate in my life and in my experiences with people enough to attract this woman who is very attracted to me, who came with all this transparency and honesty. Because, you know, hey, maybe she still stays dating them. Maybe it's not even for us to ever date. Maybe it is. I don't know. And honestly, I don't care. Right now, what I'm excited about is, oh, she's really fun to look at, really fun to talk with, really fun to hang out with. Oh, and she's honest and transparent. I don't have to worry about her lying in my fucking face. That's a really detestable quality, something that will make me shut shit down right quick and permanently forever with people. And I've done it a lot. This is why I'm very isolated, right? So there's that energy there. You got to be the match. I am very transparent and honest. And she was very transparent and honest. Actually, and that's the thing. You know, if you want transparency and honesty in a relationship, you're going to have to be that. So sometimes you attract from your fears, from the repetitive stories that play in your mind of past experiences that you don't want to have again. But what do you know? You don't let them go from your mind. You don't let them go from your heart. And so then you attract the same shit all over again. No fun. That's not fun at all. The 2 of Coins is at the bottom of the deck. 2 of Coins is, it literally just said change. They wanted to talk with these cards about change, right? I heard there's 2 sides of the coin. 2 sides of the coin. I've never got that from the 2 of Coins before. In all these years I've been reading cards, the 2 of Coins have never told me that there's 2 sides to every coin. You can hold back, and I really look at you and I see you considering, do I even want a fucking relationship? What does that look like? Do I know how to be in a relationship anymore? I gotten so happy with being at home with me, protecting my heart. Because you've been, those 2 4 of Pentacles just added themselves up and showed me the 8 of Pentacles, which is my energy that shows repetitive patterns, which equals karmic relationship that you just couldn't seem to escape. like I was saying earlier, attracting the same experience with a whole nother person with a different face and a different name. And so that's one of the reasons why you've been by yourself at home, just minding your fucking business in your zone, protecting your heart. After enough time, though, the Two of Coins is letting you know that, hey, it's time to see how much you've changed. Yeah, they're saying it's time for you to see how much you changed. Get out of your house. Let's take a long walk around the park after dark. Find a spot for us to have a conversation. Okay, listen. So they're saying, listen, it's a good idea just to see how much your point of attraction has changed. They're saying they're not forcing you into a relationship. Nobody's going to force you into a relationship. And you don't fucking have to do it anyways. But, you know, you might want to get out of your house, because I do believe the universe can deliver them to your door with your name tattooed on their ass. And it could be just what you need at the time, but you might do better at it if you get out and go where grown folks are and just see what the world has to offer. Okay, so there's that too. Ay, 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 Dios mío, ¿qué está pasando aquí? What the heck is going on? I want to get something else going. I'm feeling the, not the Kipper, but the, the Gypsy Oracle cards. I'm feeling the Gypsy Oracle cards. So thankful and grateful for your beautiful presence. We're going to get some more deets out of this. This is basically a reading for somebody who is single, who is an amazing lover, who can feel the winds of change blowing. Change came out twice. Once it came out with the word, and the other time it came out with that Two of Coins. And it's like, it seems like your time alone has served you well. But it looks like something is, you're having an arrival with the Three of Wands. There's an arrival. Something or someone is arriving for you in your best interest. It's time for you to get to know somebody. But stay steady. I heard, but stay steady. And then I heard rock steady, baby. Rock steady. Just like the old school song, rock steady. Steady rocking all night long. And we began to rock. Steady. Rock until the break of dawn. Oh, okay, so maybe you're going to be talking till the break of dawn is the way I heard it and saw it. Interesting. It would be, well, how great would that be to get out of your house and end up having a random conversation with a person you didn't know before, and at least find that you could hold a conversation with this person all night long and not get bored. And then while the Mary Jane, it must be some old school lovers in here, because I just heard, I'm gonna give it to you all night long. Okay, Mary Jane girl's coming through. And I don't feel like this is going to be I mean, for somebody it might be, but I don't feel it. They're talking about intimacy like that, but I do feel like maybe you're just, because of the way this unconditional love is, like, y'all could just be talking on the fucking phone all night and then find out you wake up and your phone plastered to your cheek type of shit. Because that feeling of a long conversation and the joy, and even I hear the word, they're giving me the word astounded. The astounded feeling at the fact that you could even have that much to talk to somebody about. You know? Interesting the way it's coming through. All right. So let's dig into this. What you got? Show me. We have the Servant. Okay, we have the Servant with melancholy. And the Prison, god dang, with faithfulness. Lord of mercy. They said the bottom of the deck is cheerfulness. Wow. So this is showing me like there's been happiness there. You've had plenty of happiness before. It's not like you didn't have any happiness. You definitely did. But, you know, what you got right now is... you keep... It's like you've been sitting in your house and you keep thinking about, like I was saying earlier, the repetitive negative experiences repetitive negative experiences and processing those and stuck because you feel like you're too faithful or you were faithful to the wrong one. That's why relationships, the thought of relationships could totally feel like bondage to you. Somebody, sidebar message, somebody here, your detail is that you are still trying to be faithful to somebody that's in prison and you just finding out they're going to have a long fucking stretch in prison, and now what you going to do for yourself? Are you really going to be faithful to that person for that long? Like, ay, pobrecita. Do you really want to do that? Is that for you? Oh my goodness. Couldn't be me, baby. Not to say I'm going to hop in nobody else's bed, but I am not the one. If you took your ass to prison, I said goodbye. Okay. I mean, I haven't had that experience, but I would just imagine that that's what I would do. And maybe that's what you're doing, right? Interesting. Somebody, that prison is very literal, and you have been trying to be loyal and faithful to somebody that's locked up. They won't let me out. Are we gonna call this person Akon? You trying to be faithful to Akon over there, and you been being a good girl, keeping your ass at home. But I heard you getting a little stir crazy. You just want to get out. You miss being around adults. I can't with you. What are you doing? Ah! Okay. I got the P&Q Oracle. And this is the deck of cards that my grandsons have been creating for me. And they still are since forever. December 24th is a significant date for somebody. This is Quentin. He wrote his name Quentin right there. It says, I love my mom and grandma. Totally misspelled. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Interesting. So I just see in this, what you have is you have like family values. You have deep family values. You have traditional family style values to where you want to be loyal and faithful for somebody. You do. And maybe y'all even have children together type of shit. But somebody else, you've been by yourself, and December 21st is an important date. That was the date that Quentin drew that. I did not put the year. Sure wish I did, because that was clearly when he was still little tyke. Now he's a big boy. Now he's such a big boy. You've been by yourself. You know, that's just 4 days before Christmas. So now, because I see that, I'm seeing 444, angel number 444. Message for somebody who's into angel number 444 coming through. Message for you. Yeah, I just see like, for somebody, okay, all right, who did that? Who's throwing shit in my room? That don't make no damn sense. Something fell. I don't know what it was, and I don't know why it fell, because there's nobody else in the house but me. The ghosts are busy, and that's exactly where my thought was about to take. That was the download I was getting. It was talking about some of you, the melancholy is because you really been giving your love to somebody that's not here on this earth anymore. They're not with us in this realm. They've left to another dimension. And, you know, they love you too. And so you've just been holding on, and that's why you've been secluded, guarding your heart, protecting your heart, being on your own, doing your own thing. You still value those traditional family values, but you haven't been ready to let go all the way yet. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. All right, let's go over here to what you want position. What you want. What you want. Whoa, despair. Lord have mercy. Why? And fortune. You want despair to turn into fortune. Soldier. The protection of joyfulness. Okay. The bottom of the deck is the gift. Okay, so this is why you're thinking about getting out your house. And there again, we have the three ladies dancing together. Mind, body, and soul alignment, like-minded thinking, friendships. So what you want is you want to get out of despair. It's like on some level, you may think I've been in my house because I've been depressed. Okay. I've been in my house because I've been hurting over a loss. Okay. And you know, oh, this fucking card came out, bro. Look at it. You know what just happened? You know my nephew just did this shit recently, right? So immediately makes me think of death. I can't help but think of death. My baby boy just died. Okay, so you want to take that despair, those difficult feelings, those difficult emotions, and you want to turn it into good fortune and trust that good things are happening. And you want to be safe to go out and enjoy yourself. Okay, so there's that. Oh my goodness. You want to contemplate being happy in love again. You want to contemplate sharing your time again. Princeton just drew this one for me. Yeah, it says July 12th, 2026. Love you, best grandma ever. But this is the actual picture. It's a picture of grandma. Interesting. So what you want? You want grandma? Interesting. So your choice, what you're choosing, what you want. You want grandma. Like literally that's what the card says, grandma. And because I already talked about the divine throuple, me and myself and I with these three ladies here, 3 cups and this joyfulness card, you want something that matches your vibe is the way this is coming through, because grandma is the one, this grandma that's depicted here is the one reading the cards. So it's like you want something that matches your vibe. You want something that's in alignment with you. You want someone that's in alignment with you. Okay. Somebody that can love you wholly and completely. A whole love, a full love, a complete love. They don't have to love you unconditionally, but you want somebody that loves you for all that you are. Going back to the fucking unconditional love conversation we had. Oh my God, that shit was so much. It was a lot. And I see you want superpowers from God. Well, that's funny because that divine throuple alignment that me, myself, and I, like, we're everything. It kind of is how you get that. But we'll see what else comes out here. But it is strongly speaking to what you want is to be in alignment with yourself. And you want to align with what is aligned with you. Right? So let's see how to get it now. How to get it. How do you get what you want? How do you get it? Every day is a new beginning. This card says frivolity. And it's a butterfly. It's a butterfly card. They want me to look up the definition of the word frivolity. Because in my head, I was going to say it's like not taking things too seriously, lighthearted. Okay, so frivolity refers to behavior or speech that is silly, lighthearted, or lacking in serious purpose. So yes, don't be so serious with this shit. Like, just lighten up, easy going, chill the fuck out. Everything ain't that fucking serious all the time. Just chill, relax, have fun, have a good time, be lighthearted, be playful. And the child. There's a new beginning. Fresh as a baby. Okay, what else? And the letter, message. Okay, that gives a message to the old woman. Who's the old woman? Grandma. Oh, Lord of mercy. Oh. To what's a match to you. Okay, Your lighthearted energy, consistency and stability while being lighthearted and not taking shit so fucking seriously at the same time is how you get your new beginning. It sends a message to that which is a vibrational match to you. That's what it's saying to me. The bottom says love. I can't with these cards. I just freaking can't. I mean, I can because I am, but wow. We are talking about somebody thinking about a relationship. That's the way the message came through. So we're going to keep carrying that through. I have a feeling they're going to switch the topic of these same cards. Oh, wow. How to get it. This is one of my favorite cards that I have from Quentin Chino. This card is from, there's again the month of December, but this time it's December 10th, 2021. And it says Sonic chasing Minecraft Sonic through a portal with speed. So we have regular Sonic chasing Minecraft Sonic through the portal with speed. Well, here's the thing. The portal is behind them. They already went through the portal. And they're a match. One is Sonic and the other one is Minecraft Sonic. What is Minecraft? Anybody with little kids, y'all know what Minecraft is? It's a custom build it game. Like you can build a whole world in Minecraft. Huh. So how do you get it? You got to fucking build it. And then you got to go through the portal. Chase its ass through the portal. How do you do it? Be lighthearted. Have fun. Raise your vibe. Enjoy. Stop being so fucking serious all the time. Lighten the mood. Lighten your load. You know, there's reasons to be serious and there's reasons to chill the fuck out. And they want to take it a little bit more profoundly, and they want to talk about basically if you do this, what you're gonna be doing is you're gonna be quantum leaping into the alternate dimensional reality where that is you and you are that. In other words, you're gonna draw that dimension, draw that dimension to where you are, draw yourself to where that dimension is. You're gonna rewrite the programming of the matrix, and it's gonna look like that. And that's why it's Minecraft Sonic that's getting chased through the portal with speed. It happens fast that way. In other words, the more you play, the faster the shit happens. The more you're lighthearted and light energy about it, the faster it materializes for you. Okay. Bottom of the deck. It's another Quentin drawing. So Quentin is my second grandson, just so you know. Because there's something here about these drawings being from Quentin. Oh, no, we did have one from Princeton. Okay. But it says, I made a note here when I read this because it's the Skip Bowl, the game Skip Bowl. As soon as they started learning their numbers, we started learning to play the game of Skip Bowl together. We just played Skip Bowl the other day. They're so good at it now. But there's a wild card over here. In Skip Bowl, the wild card can be used to play any number. And then I put a note when this card came out before. The love energy is the wild card frequency vibration. The love energy is the wild card frequency vibration. So, you know, the wild card can do whatever you need it to do, right? It's a magical card. And that's what love energy is. That's how you get in the frequency of that and the vibration of that by being in the love energy. This is why your gratitude is so important, which we already kind of went into that deep dive. Okay. How else did you want me to talk about this reading? Spirituality. Because in the comments we talked about having the powers. Somebody said they want superpowers from God. And I'm like, as soon as I saw that, I heard, yeah, you already have them. You were born with them. You just got to practice using them and know that they're real. The first and foremost superpower, we've already talked about it, is the headspace. It's the headspace. We did also talk about, in what you got, there was this cosmic butterfly that came out after, with the field of dreams. The field of dreams was talking about space and opportunity. You got plenty of space and opportunity. And it's also talking about sitting and feeling it. Feel the reality that you would like to create. Oh, okay, sidebar message I just heard. Yeah, and use that ability instead of trying to only materialize for yourself. What you put out comes back to you. So who needs what? Feel that into reality for them. Who could benefit from having what in their life? Work some magic on behalf of the people in your life. Like, be that, Jesus ran around working miracles for the people on the street that he just met. Be like Brother Jesus. Who can you bless with your powerful ability? This is a great way to build up your practice of utilizing the ability to materialize on this physical planet in the matrix. Make it real by feeling things into existence and focusing them into existence. They're giving me an example. So if this is your specific example, it's not my fault, because I don't know you like that, but this is what they showed me. I hear a young couple, and you know that they need transportation. So you can practice sitting comfortably. She's got like natural growth over here, over her brow, and it's like, focus on how they're all happy family, this young family in their car with their children, smiles and good vibes, and feel the satisfaction that gives you and them all the way around. Use your power, and then, because you're putting out beautiful things for other people, the energy of that returns to you. And I'm just going to have to trust that makes sense. Okay. Cosmic butterfly. We talked about butterfly in the sky. You can fly twice as high. Okay. We said you was riding around here at home in your house, just being all magical and shit. So on a spiritual level, this is what you got. Play with your magic. Do it at home. Do it on your own. 3 little birds sat on my window, and they told me I don't need to worry. Okay? And why is that coming out? Because looking at the messages, looking at how the universe speaks back to you while you still at your house, and you just spoke some shit into existence. Now you see the neighbor, the young family, riding down the street in a car, and you were like, I remember when I was sitting in my field of dreams, and I was visualizing and feeling into existence how happy I was, because it doesn't feel good to watch them lugging groceries down the street, walking with the stroller and the other baby, and the weather is not pleasant for the kids, and you feel bad for them, and how much joy it brings to your heart to see them drive down the street and they're all laughing in the car, and they're getting where they need to be. Babies ain't got to walk like that. They ain't got to be out in the weather like that. Boy, that felt good, right? It's like that. So you have the ability, and that was an example. I don't really think that that's going to be literal for anybody, but maybe it is for someone, because, yeah. And, oh, there we go. Look, the family with the kids. Tired of seeing them walking down the street. Put them in the car. Put them in the car and feel the satisfaction of it. And then, yeah, you'll get a confirmation. You will get a confirmation. And somehow that energy comes back to you. Yeah. All right, so what you want. Interesting, because now Grandma, all I'm seeing is that he drew this with black pen. Right? You want to be the best grandma ever, but the black pen is really standing out. So you want to, with your spirituality, what you want to do is stay grounded. Black. This is why they always show witches with a black hat and black everything, because black is a very grounding color. Within nothing is everything. It's like a symbol of connection to everything. I love that my grandson even drew my Sri Yantra tattoo on my neck. Like, that's epic. He did good on that image. But what you want You want to be grounded. You want to be connected. You want to be in tune with your magic. You want to be in tune with yourself. Okay. What else? You want to, again, be in tune with yourself. Celebration. You want to transmute energies of despair into great fortune. We talked extensively about doing that last night. About taking that fucked up thing and working some magic with that energy, right? Knowing that there is no such thing as against you. It's all in your favor. And you want to protect your joy. You do want to protect your joy because your joy is part of your energy that helps you materialize. You want to share your good fortune. You want to give love unconditionally. You do want to give love unconditionally to the old people that live across the way and you don't even know why, but you just want to love on them because, man, looks like they'd appreciate it, right? To the lady who's walking down the street or sitting at the bus stop with her kid or whatever. To the dogs running the streets because they don't have a home. The street cats too. I heard the street cats too. To Earth, to Gaia. What is your thing? To the fucking wild salmon. I don't know. Wild salmon? Where the fuck did that come from? Lord of mercy. To the brown bears in the mountains. I don't know. To the penguins. Okay. To the sharks and the whales and the birds and the bees and the hills and the trees and the dirt and the plants and the flowers and the fruits and the veggies and the cows. And the wild turkeys. Okay. Somebody likes to drink wild turkey. Whiskey. Okay. I'm going to have to try that one day. Anyhow. No. I heard no. Anyways. They're saying, no, that's not your drink. So now these contemplation and this Page of Pentacles are really looking very different. Because this is like in the what you want position. As we're looking spiritually, you're like, you're looking for what need can I feel is the way this is coming through. How do I want to use my power? Is the way I'm seeing this right now. How do I want to use my power? What's a beneficial way for me to use my abilities? Right? I heard to protect the children. You can use it to protect the children. Materialize joy and safety for the children. Okay, that's a beautiful thought. Okay. So children is very strong and focused for somebody in this energy. But basically, it is saying that from where you sit, you can pour magic over people's lives. And that's a great way to... Why is it such a great way, they're saying? It is such a great way, they said, because it's not as... there's not as much resistance in it. You don't have to figure out how that family is going to get a car. You just have to feel joyful about them having a car and how much better it feels than when you saw them walking down the street with the babies and the groceries. And there's not much resistance in it because it doesn't really have a personal life effect for you. That's somebody else's life. You don't have to worry about how it's going to happen. So it's easier to leave that out of the picture because it's better to leave that out of the picture anyways. The how things show up is actually none of your business. That's part of the universe job. Your job is to focus on what you want to materialize. And then they're saying, yeah, the more it benefits humanity or your community, society, pick your favorite word, plug that in, the more there's universal support for it. And remember, it's a win-win game because what you put out comes back to you. Yeah. And then I heard, come together right now over me. Okay. So maybe that's what you focus on, is people uniting and coming together. Even though they've been given all this fucking programming on why they should be separate and divided and against one another. Okay. I heard how perfect that is. Well, I keep hearing that we're at war. Yeah. So, or that the world is at war. I'm not part of it. I'm over here. My battles are spiritual in nature. I fight on the spirit realm and support humanity that way. Don't fight for no flags over here. I see the value in the ones that are in those positions, though. So we're going to leave that conversation there. How to get it. How to get it. Well, you got to make it first. Going back to Minecraft Sonic over here, you got to make it first. You got to visualize it. Because Minecraft is a game that is creator content. Like, the game player creates the whole world. You're the game player, baby. Realize that you're the game player. Make that shit happen and chase it through the portal. Like, literally. That's that. Materialize that shit. It's literally just a thought. The King of Pentacles is sitting on the Page of Swords. It's literally just a thought. It's just a thought away. I heard just around the river bend. Okay, Pocahontas coming through. Why? I don't know. Maybe you do. But what I do know is people have this idea that you have to think it over and over and over again for so many days, for so many seconds, with so much intensity. As a matter of fact, the easiest, fastest, most amazing and mind-blowing materializations that I've experienced in my life have been the ones that were fly-by-the-side-of-mind thoughts that I held for very short amounts of time. So then it's like the Make-A-Wish game. How many wishes can you make and how fast can you make them? Like Spitfire, you want to get that shit out. Shoot them out like a fucking machine gun and then let it go and then forget about it. Because you literally don't have to do anything but think it once. I mean, yes, I know that if you hold a thought for like 60 seconds, it starts to draw energy to it and all this other stuff. But materialization is also extremely instant. The difficulty with instant materialization comes when there's resistance. And that's why the Spitfire Make-A-Wish game is so good. Because you're not giving yourself time to really focus on how it's going to happen, when it's going to happen. Is it really fucking possible? Has this ever happened before? Or am I asking for some weird shit? Am I doing too much with it? All the side conversation and side thoughts that kind of just happen, don't. If you just boom, 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 throwing them out as fast as you can and then just leave it alone. Because it was so easy to materialize things when I thought, oh, I'd love to have a blunt and a beer today. And then the neighbor came knocking, Melinda, you want to come smoke this blunt I just wrote? Hell yeah. And his client pulled up talking about, I got a whole case of Dos Equis. Y'all want a beer? Fuck yes. This is exactly what the doctor ordered. And it was just a one-time thought. Like, boy, it'd be great to have a blunt and a beer right now. Magic. It happened so fast, right? And then at that point, it kind of like, but which came first? Did the universe plant the idea in me that was I psychically picking up on the fact that my neighbor was going to ask me to smoke a blunt and his client was going to bring us a beer? Well, I didn't see it that way. I just thought to myself, in my head, it turned out as, because it's like, which came first, the chicken or the egg? But in my head, it was like, boy, a blunt and a beer would be great right now. A long time ago, but that shit happened almost instantly. Okay? And then a bunch of more magic happened with it. So how to get it? Play. 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 With the innocence of a child and birth that shit into creation. And then watch for the messages that is returning back the same energy that matches what you asked for or what you wanted. Frequency alignment. And that's why playing is so valuable. So many adults stop playing. They don't make time for anything that feels like play. And it's important to have a play energy because that's free. It's high vibrational. It flows freely. It's enjoyable. And it's easy to sustain the vibration for a long period of time. And then you will materialize something that is a vibrational match to what you wanted. You wanted the grandma and you get the old woman, which, you know, they just goes together. Interesting the way it works out. Every day is a new beginning. Keep trying. And I love that in this position of how to get it too. Gifts received. This goes back to pay attention to all the things you've already received, you know, that you walk on them, sit on them, wear them, stare at them, utilize them every day, and you forget how much you used to want them. Like your car. Do you remember when you wanted a new car? And now you've had it for so long and it's just normal. Gratitude, baby. Gratitude for what's there. And it doesn't have to be big things like the car. Like, for example, oh my God, one of my friends in California, she sent me this meme of this girl. It was stupid. It was a video. The girl, so fucking stupid. She went and got long ass nails like this. She doesn't usually wear long ass nails like this. Then she gonna make a video talking about, and then I went to go boo-boo and see how you wipe your ass with these long ass nails. And girl, there ain't enough tissue to stop these nails from getting full of boo-boo. I'm like, that's fucking disgusting. I'm like, bitch, buy more toilet paper. Stop being cheap. Use more toilet paper. Because that is so bullshit. You know, I'm just like, why you only use 3 squares of tissue? You scared to use up the roll, baby? Get some more. Anyways, why the fuck did I just bring that up? There was a reason. There was a method to my madness with that. Tell the DJ bring it back. Tell the DJ bring it back. Tell the DJ bring it back. Why they needed to hear that shit? Well, one thing I'm hearing right now was the fact that, you know, you can go looking for a problem where there isn't one and create one. Or you can stop being cheap with it and pay attention. Cheap with what? Cheap with the gratitude. Pay attention to fucking all the gifts received. Lord of mercy. I don't even know why. I don't even know why. I don't even know why the tissue and the long nail thing came out. It's not coming back. If it comes back later, I'll have to go in the comments and put it in there. Why do people get in the comments to talk about shit that ain't got nothing to do with the subject matter of this show? I don't understand. I really don't get that. Distractions. Oh, distractions. We have Up in the house. Why are you here, Up? Return to sender. Lord of mercy. How to get it. Oh, okay. They're saying, yeah, because if you're going to go looking for shit under your nails, you're going to find shit under your nails, while everybody else could have longer nails than that girl had and not ever end up with shit under their nails. Oh, because they know how to use more toilet paper and they're not cheap about it. They're not cheap about it. Okay. In other words, you going to create either a problem or a solution. Which one are you going to focus on? How are you going to use your energy? Because remember, love energy is the wild card frequency vibration. Love energy is like a wild card in life. If you love talking shit about people who have long nails and get shit under their nails, you probably going to end up with some shit under your nails. If you love, you know, the art and the beauty, then you're going to find more art and beauty. If you love seeing families having the things that they need to come and go as they need to, and resources met, and people in fulfillment, you may, and then Michael's coming through saying, gonna make a change for once in my life. Yes, you can use your abilities, your spiritual abilities, to create those differences, those changes. You have the power to create change. Thank you. From the robots, was it Pixar movie? See a need, feel a need. They said, see a need, feel a need. And that shit is real. You see a need, maybe you don't have to go buy it. We don't have to go buy the lady with fucking nails some toilet paper. We don't. And we don't have to go buy the family a car. We don't have to house all these people. But we can definitely use our magic so that the universe can add some of these solutions for these folks. You know what I'm saying? And then because you're solution oriented, putting out energy that supports the answers to their fucking prayers and their needs being met, then, oh, what comes back to you? Oh, the same, insane. It doesn't mean you're going to get the same thing they're going to get, but whatever need you fulfill for the other, that's what you get back. Is whatever need you need fulfilled for you, the energy you put out comes back to you. See a need, feel a need. Don't come up in here distracting motherfuckers, because I will block your ass. And then I'll get back on track. I mean, there's that. Oh, was that why? Because we had to clean the shit out? That's why. Okay, because I started for a whole nother reason, but whatever. That's where it ended up. It is time for change. And love really is your magical frequency. It's also like the movie A Wrinkle in Time. They made a movie out of the book. And so the dad's there, and he's trying to figure out interdimensional travel, and he does on accident, because he's standing there watching his wife hold his newborn baby, and he feels so much love in his heart. Oh yeah, and he feels so much love in his heart that he fucking disappears, and they thought he abandoned them for like years before they figured it out too. They had some help though. And that's bringing this very full circle, because this Field of Dreams was our first card out. And ain't nothing but space and opportunity. And look at all the green, the love energy, heart chakra energy. It's like materialization and using your superpowers is letting your heart overflow onto this earth with a fixed point of focus. And that's what it is. So if you're going to play the Make-A-Wish game and throw those wishes out there because you don't know which ones will be met, make sure you're feeling fucking good. You might want to sing your favorite song, or listen to your favorite comedian, or I don't know, meditate. Whatever way you do it to raise your vibration right quick in a hurry. Do that first and then play the game. If you're feeling shitty, it's a good time to just take a nap if you can, or just, you know, put on your favorite song and see if that helps you up, type of thing, right? So there's that. All right. So this is what we have for you today. I'm going to go ahead and pull you a yes or no answer to your personal yes or no question. You can just think it in your head. You can hold it in your heart, or you can put it in the comments. Yes or no does not mean good or bad. It just means yes or no. Because you're going to ask that question in your own direction, in your own way, so that you get your accurate answer. I'm going to pull the answer once, and it's going to be accurate for all of you. That's how I got guided to do this. So we have gotten to the end of the session. We pulled out everything that needed to come out. It's now 3:10 in the morning here in Las Vegas, Nevada. And I'm done. So let's get you your yes or no. And let's see what we have coming out for you today. Starting here, what's the answer for the tribe? Is it yes? Is it no? Ha, the Hermit's here. Love it. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yes! Oh my God. Saved by the bell. I heard. Okay, bottom of the deck is a King of Wands, just so you know. But the 13th card, which was the last chance, it was on the last possible card that could have brought us the Ace, and it brought us an Ace of Cups. The answer for you is yes, Ace of Cups. And that's what I have for you today. Thank you for doing all the YouTube things, hyping this video, liking it, sharing it with somebody, and coming back again and again and again. This is what I have for you. sometimes the crown do be lit on fire, honey. It's not a constant thing, because the thing, it's like walking in a room full of roses. If you're always on, you kind of get used to it and it becomes your normal. So there's that. The more that you are aware of it, it tends to be because it's like new noticing, or sometimes it'll be more kicked up for a reason. Maybe you're getting a more intense download or something like that. Because the lady put in the comment, does spirit tickle your crown? The more you're on, the less you notice it, because it's part of your normal everyday being. So this is what I have for you. Thank you for everything. Until next time. Are we done? Are we going to go? Are we going to go? Because I thought we were going to go. I thought we were going to go. I don't know. Maybe we're not done. I was literally about to call it, but I think that I'm supposed to stick around a little bit more. Like we did last night. What are we talking about? Does spirit tickle your crown? Okay. Well, let's have this conversation then. Really? Again? I gotta put myself on camera again? Y'all get to see my face again? I was not planning to do that. Lord of mercy. Why y'all want to see my face, fool? All you need is these messages. Y'all don't need to see my face. It's not about how pretty I am. It's not supposed to be about how pretty I am. It's supposed to be about these messages. So, I was so grown by the time I was in my 30s, by the time I realized that I had these intuitive psychic abilities, right? I was closer to 40 the first time that it was off. For 10 seconds, it was off. For the first time in my life, my intuitive abilities were off for 10 seconds. And it was the weirdest fucking feeling. And it wasn't until like 3 years later, well, you know, Melinda, you've been on your whole life. Why do you still doubt yourself? I'm like, you're right. Okay. But then they got like specific with it. And they were like, don't you remember that one time you were channeling and then your brain went blank for 10 seconds? That's what it feels like to be off. You've never been off until then for 10 seconds. I'm like, oh, shit. Whoa. That was mind-blowing. I have had moments where, like there was this one time, I was at this rooftop party downtown here in Vegas. There's a rooftop pool. And when I tell you my crown was lit the fuck up. You know how they have those electric balls and you can feel see the lights move with your hand? It felt like that was what it would look like above my head. It was so strong. I could feel the energy just buzzing above my head on my crown. And I knew. So here's the thing of when your crown gets buzzing like that, you need some sweets. You need something with sugar. Your brain consumes sugar. So you always have to have some kind of sugar. Because the next thing that happened was I fainted, which is a mini death. I died for a very short amount of time. The people thought I was dead because they said when I fell, my head hit the tile floor so hard they thought I was dead. When I tell you, I woke up, I was only out for a very short couple seconds, I guess. Overall, is what they said. But I woke up and it felt like I just had the longest sleep of my life. I was just brand new. I had a little bit of pain in my rib cage because I landed on my arm. But other than that, there was nothing. My head didn't hurt or nothing. And then, so years later, Spirit showed me like that had to happen because it was a great way to knock off some of the calcification from my pineal gland from all the years of consuming shit and using shit with fluoride and all the stuff that I didn't know was having physical effects. And then that broke a lot of that off. But also there was something in that, because the download I was getting, and I can agree with you in the comments where you said it feels like ants crawling on your scalp. It does. It feels like I don't know, you just feel the movement. And they can do this at different places of your body, just so you know. Like, you'll feel that in different chakra energy points on your body. I felt it in many. At one point, I felt it above my lip. That was a very important day where I had to show a stiff upper lip. And it was so important that Spirit made the energy buzz above my lip. And that's what I heard, show a stiff upper lip. So I did. And it helped, because that was a very difficult thing I had to do that day. But yeah, you'll feel the energy moving. And when you get those downloads, we don't always know what all is included in that. And I can't even tell you, I'm trying to think of what year that might have happened, but I was already recording on YouTube when it happened. But you will feel energy. It will feel energy. Okay, that's a good description of it. Feels like when you rub a balloon on your head, kind of like that. Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah, you can feel so yeah, any of your chakra points, you can feel it. Because now I see you saying between the eyebrows too. Yeah, third eye, you can feel it there. I felt it. I felt it on every of the 7 inner body chakra points, or on the body chakra points. I felt it on all of them before at different points. But you can feel the energy buzz. As a matter of fact, that was one of the things I started doing a lot when I started coming into my awakening. I'll just lay there and I would just zone out and feel my body. And before I knew it, I could feel the energy move all over my body. Almost like how a lover's hands would caress your body from head to toe. It felt, the energy was tangible. It was, you could feel it. If you haven't done that before, you might enjoy exploring that, because it's pretty awesome. I remember when I would lay with my first girlfriend, and we'd be laying in the bed, and I would feel energy between us. Like I would feel it between us. And there was one time I knew I had a huge breakthrough in my sacral chakra and my root chakra, because this was the weirdest one of all of the times I felt energy move on my body, because I heard it. I heard a pop. And when I heard that pop, it was like my hips just grew so wide. I mean, they're still the same size they always were physically, but I could feel it. And I was laying there in the bed again, meditating and just feeling my body. And I could feel my hips expand. It's like they were being held in by a fucking girdle, and all of a sudden they were let loose and energy just flowed. Yeah. And so sometimes it'll focus on a specific chakra point. And when it does that, although you may not know everything entailed and specifically why, you know it's related to that chakra energy. So I'm hearing it would be a good exploration then to study more about that chakra and what it does, and maybe entertain wearing those colors for a while, drinking drinks that match those colors, eating foods that match those colors. Just when you have something that stands out on a chakra point and it's different, you might kind of hold that energy with you and acknowledge it by doing some physical ceremonies, some simple physical ceremonies to just acknowledge it and appreciate it. That could be something that's very fulfilling to do. Okay. And it can happen at any point in time, because it's not always happened to me when I'm laying down. Like I said, I was at a party when it was above my crown so strong. I've had other times where I'm just sitting here doing something or nothing, and I just feel it light up on the crown, or, you know, different body positions, a lot on the crown though. So yeah. When you're with another person and you're both pouring into one another freely, the energy is exponentially multiplied, and you can have a physical effect on the world around you, positive or negative, depending on what you're focused on, right? You can play with the weather with your magic as well. Las Vegas is not known for snow or hail, and it does have its monsoon seasons. I have made the weather rain profusely in the city multiple times. I've created many overcast days during the heat of summer because I would like the cloud coverage. I turned the light rain into hail in the center of Las Vegas. It was reported on the news. And I made it snow heavy in the center of Las Vegas. And that was documented by society and the news and stuff too. So yeah. Thank you for your compliments. Thank you for this very stimulating conversation. And I think while I lay down next after this, I'm going to go ahead and see how the energy wants to show up for me tonight, because it's been a little while since I've done that, and it does feel really good. And I encourage you all to play with it too, because we're all very powerful, potent beings who are attracted to this channel. We're also down to earth and grounded too. If you wouldn't, you can handle my conversation, because I don't talk uppity, and I don't try to sound all educated and shit, and I don't try to talk above people. I'm very down to earth in the way I channel the messages and the way I communicate the ideas. So I'll go ahead and entertain this one last point of conversation. She said, how can you bring your love to you? I touched on it in our reading, so I encourage you to, specifically the one asking, to go ahead and watch this through from the beginning. But the best thing you can do to bring your love to you is love you and stop looking for them. Because when you're looking for them, you're giving strong attention to the fact that they're not here. And you push them away. So do that. And yes, energy is in your hands, and I've showed you that before. You can start here and just kind of do this while you feel the energy. Like, it takes nothing for me to feel the energy. As a matter of fact, I shared something. If you're following me on my Divine Thruple Instagram, I shared something to my story where science has proven that the energy in your hands, that they can actually measure it and photograph it with the right equipment, and it actually comes off of your fingertips. I always feel it in between my palms. And, you know, you can play with somebody else, have them put their hand in between your two hands and do this, and just see the energy flow, and they will feel it too, right? And you can create that ball of energy, and you can put it into your heart. You could put it into your crown. You could put it into your root chakra, or you can put it into any place you want to. You could put it into the universe. You could put it into your wallet. You could put it into your whatever. Okay. So there's all those ideas. Play with them. Come back and let me know more of how that worked for you. Come back and comment. I read all of your comments, and I'll be back. I always come back. So until next time, with the 4444 on the screen, Lord of mercy, It's time. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and go play with the energy. And I look forward to hearing how it went for you. I'm sending you so much love and peace and happiness. Kamsahamnida. Gracias. Little baby. That's all, folks. And I'm out.